Hi guys, this is Bhupinder. Today I want to review the movie X-Men Apocalypse. It was directed and it was produced and written by Bryan Singer. He made two other X-Men movies, and the story begins in Cairo. The very Asian mutant who was captured and was put into sleep in a shrine on the ground in Cairo is the main character here, who wakes up and who calls all other mutants his children. So he's saying that, okay, you guys, you got power, other mutants, but I'm your father. I made you guys to have power, but you still don't know how much power you actually have. So he actually can dive into other mutants, including the X-Men, to give them more power. Uh, but when he wakes up from his shrine, he understands that the world has changed a lot, and there are superpowers in the world, and he's not very happy about it. And he's not the king. He's not the ruler of the earth, and that upsets him. And so he wants to cleanse the universe, and in order to do that he needs to acquire four other um, mutants who are as very powerful, and he enhances the power so that he could have a team, he as the leader and four other following him, to go and destroy, not destroy kind of, but destroy the civilization and create a new one, so that he would be the ruler of the earth, and Cairo as the center of the earth. So he finds two in one in the East Germany, a lady, and another one in Cairo who was a thief. Okay, who was a thief in Cairo, and another one in Poland who was also working in a factory, and he's a Magneto. He had experienced a bad trauma because his daughter actually, his daughter was accidentally killed by the police, and he killed all the policemen in retaliation. And so he was very angry on humans, so he also went and joined this group, and his power was enhanced. So his name was Magneto, played by Fassbander, and his power was with metal. But this mutant, the powerful mutant, his name was En Sabah Nur, who ruled ancient Egypt. Okay, and so the Fassbander became very upset about what happened to him, and there was a doubt in most of the mutants that whether humans really like them or they don't like them. Life in US is good, they're okay, nobody's trying to hurt them, but in other parts of the world they are treated not very good. So there was a dilemma there, whether they should be in favor of humans or they should be against humans. So there was a philosophical thinking in this movie as well. So it was very interesting because in this and Sabah Nur gathered these four other new mutants to clear up the earth and restore it to the way that he thinks is right. So it was an entertaining movie. There was a story in it, and you could obviously predict what would be the end of the story, obviously, but at the same time the scenes were very interesting for me. They were like quite extraordinary, different than many other graphic sci-fi movies. The way that he created a very huge pyramid next to the other pyramids in Egypt, and he tried to make that the center of the earth, was very interesting. And the movie was very emotional, like there was a deep talking. It was not just like punch each other's face and do a lot of fighting scenes. It was more to me that there was more connection, whether we should do that. There was more dialogues. There was more interesting dialogues. There were more doubts in people's mind, the actors' mind, whether what we have to do, right? You know, they made up their mind and they were just doing what they were supposed to do. So there was a doubt all the time. It was more like a human related kind of a movie, unlike the other movies that I have recently watched in the sci-fi side of the movies. Somehow this year, most of the movies, there is a conflict. There is a conflict within the main characters, the superpower characters, like the Batman versus Superman, the two superheroes, they were beating each other, and the Captain America also, the Iron Man beating the Captain America. There was a fight all the time between the superheroes themselves, and the same thing applies for the X-Men. There is a fight within themselves. For example, the Fassbander playing the Magneto is also fighting kind of with the other X-Men, or you know, there is this conflict between these superheroes in this 2016 year. So, but altogether, I think it was a very nice movie, and I will give it a rating of 90%. I know that Rotten Tomatoes criticizes quite badly. There are a lot of critics who are very much against this movie, but I don't understand it why. For me, this movie was one of the favorite movies so far I watched in 2016 in the side of sci-fi movies. The story was interesting. It was a person with a very big power. It was, some part of it was like a matrix, where they were going inside the another world, inside the head of each other and fighting there, you know. And there were some people who didn't know, some super mutants who didn't know how to control their powers. They were learning how to control. So it's a learning process. It's not like, oh, I got the power and I can do anything I want. It's like you have to learn, you have to master your powers. You just can't, you know, expect that in a flick of a light you got the power and that's it, you got it. It's not like that, isn't it, guys? You have to train yourself. If you want to become strong mentally and physically, you got to train. And I don't like these superheroes who, you know, don't do any hard work, don't do anything, and they all of a sudden they are so powerful and they can do anything they want. All of a sudden something appears from somewhere in their body and they become much more stronger. It's in X-Men particularly, there is an involvement. They evolve, they become more and more powerful by training, by working hard, and they are suffering. And that's a nice part of this. There is emotional suffering in the superheroes in this movie, quite deeper than any other superhero movies. And the subject is more global rather than more, you know, in one direction. It's more in all directions, and it touches the history of the earth. So it was a nice movie, and I really recommend for you guys to go and have a viewing of it, isn't it? So if you agree with my reviewing of the movie X-Men Apocalypse, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you want. If you have anything more to add to what I said, or you didn't like what I said, please comment it down in the comments. Thank you.